Hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive and to today's reading. Today's reading is going to be about what is it that you need right now. But before we get into it, I would like to encourage you to sink into your intuition and to let your guides and angels guide you today to pick pile number 1, 2, or 3. Now remember, these are timeless readings, so whenever you find it, it was meant for you. And you must take what resonates and leave the rest, because not everything is going to resonate with everybody. That's just the way it is. So today I put some cards on here to help you pick your pile. And since it is summer, I have picked some summary cards and some summary cards. And so this one is, of course, what some people can call a hippie container. It's a Volkswagen bus. And this one here is a little lobster car, summer lobster. And of course, this one is a beetle, a little bit flower power beetle with a camper attached to it. So now you have some cards to pick from as well. So pause the video if you need to. There are timestamps below. So if you want to pick from the timestamps, then you just scroll on down there. Or you use your intuition or ask your angels and guides to guide you. Pile number 1, 2, or 3, and I will be back in a moment, and I will start with pile number 1. Okay, removing number 3 and number 2. And there they go. So we can start up with you, number 1. Okay, number 1, so if you pick this hippie container or Volkswagen bus, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it up here, so it will be part of your reading. Now, we're going to do the tarot cards first, and then I have lots of cards for you guys today. So let's see what you got, okay? So we'll put the cards up there first, the tarot cards first, and then we'll go into it with the oracle cards. So, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups, and then 4 of Swords. Okay, so immediately what I'm seeing here is that you are in need of some silence, some recuperation, and it's next to the card of grouping or friends or celebration. So I have a feeling that it is a balance between, you know, being social and being alone. So make time enough for secluding yourself and being in stillness and alone as well. Because I mean, summertime is very often a time when we are very social with friends, right? Which is shown in this picture here. It can be friends, but of course it can be colleagues as well if you are working right now. But for me, it's very much about the balance between the two, since they are next to each other here. Now in the middle here, I see the Ace of Cups, and that's of course the card of emotional overflow. It's a kind of a happiness card, but it can also be that your emotions run over, or it can be love runs over. Now for me, in consideration of what you are in need of right now, I believe it is in need of loving, caring connections, but also loving, caring connections to yourself, okay? So it's not just a card of love and connections with others, but also love and connection with yourself, most definitely. And also here you have the Page of Cups, which is normally someone who comes in with an offer of love. So there might actually be someone here who is interested to come into your life. And that's something you're craving right now. That's something you need right now. You need that loving connection, as I said, into your life. So these two cards together kind of tell me that. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is, of course, possibilities coming to you, but it can also be things that are destined. So it might be that these connections coming to you, or these connections that you are craving right now, is kind of destined. So they will come to you no matter what. So you don't kind of have to struggle, or you don't have to do anything specific, or you don't have to be anything specific for that to come in, is kind of what I feel with that, okay? Now let's see, we are going to pull some more cards here, some oracle cards for you guys. So you got Great Gratitude, No Place Like Home, Rainbow Waterfall Miracles. And awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Yeah. So expecting miracles coming in. So I do feel that there's a lot of love coming to you here. I mean, there's a cups and cups and cups. So there's 3 kind of emotional cards right here. And that it's destined to come to you. Gratitude is kind of the emotions I would recommend for you to be in. I would recommend for you to be in a gratitude kind of space of mind, if you will, because that's what you then will, when you are in the gratitude and thankful for all you have, then more will come to you. Okay, can you see that? I'm not explaining it very well, but I hope you understood what I meant. Now, no place like home can be that you are choosing to stay home a lot right now, and that you are maybe having vacation around your home, maybe not able to go so far. And that I feel is a good thing. But also no place like home is actually also the card of being in stillness, going inwards. Like these 2 cards together is telling me that you also need that balance. Okay. So I would say that your body might be craving, might be needing and wanting some seclusion, some alone time, some stillness here. So I do see kind of a balance going back and forth a little bit here, okay? Awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Okay, so what I feel about that is being true to your emotions. So that's also something that your emotional self is craving right now, is that you are truthful about how you feel about certain things, okay? So, because this is not just what your mind wants, right? This is what your body wants, what your emotional body wants, and also what your soul needs you to look at or to be in right now. Okay, so don't look upon this only from an ego perspective. It has to be balanced throughout the entire you, right? So I have a couple of more cards here. We have for you Moon magic again. Sleep, dreams, rhythms, and cycles. Yeah, it's about also sleep and dreams. Yeah, so it's about resting again here. So they're really emphasizing that. Unretrieved soul, lost self, lack of grounding, out of body. Yeah, so you have a lack of grounding here. So they're saying that your body here is in need of some grounding, some downtime, some staying at home. Staying at home is not just in your home, but in home of you, of your physical form, right? So definitely, I feel like your body is crying out for some grounding and some stillness here. Okay. Now there's 2 more tarot cards, the Knight of Cups and also the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is the wounded healer. So there might be that your either physical form or your emotional body has been wounded in some way, shape or form. And that is in need of some looking into. It might be that you have some trauma or some wounds from the past that might need some healing right now. This is the typical healing card for me, okay? So but I do feel like in general, like with the other cards here, that you are in a good place right now where you are, wanting to be social. You have abundance or emotions that flow over, emotional love coming towards you, or that's what you're craving and kind of then bringing to you. But you also have maybe some wounding that is in need of some love too. So self-love, in other words, is what I would say with that. Now, you also have magic happens when you most expect it. So magic again. So you got a lot of magic here, I must say. And then you got overrate your intuition. Yeah, so connect. They're asking you also to connect here. And I feel like you might be a little bit on focusing. I feel that's just a feeling I have. Focusing maybe from the head a little bit and maybe a little bit a lot about the practical stuff around you right now, because maybe you are in a situation where you have vacation with your family or friends, or or even if you are working, that you have a lot of people around you, a lot of stuff is going on. So what they're asking you then is that soul, you know, needs to be connected as well. Your body needs, and your emotions need that connection to your intuition and to your soul. Okay. And that's also, I feel, where the magic is going to happen, when you are in that balance, in that connection. As I said to begin with these two cards here, that you need to balance when you're social and when you are alone. Okay, so two last cards here. Hope. And there you see this couple in here. So I do feel, if you are, even if you are in a relationship or not, this is a very good card for possible love relations coming to you. And I feel like this has been a reading a lot about love because of all the cups up here. And now this card comes up, memories. Okay, so there might be memories that you have about someone that you are missing, or that you are wanting to get back into your life. It can be good memories, but of course it can also be wounds. Like I said with this wounded healer right here, that there might be something in there that needs some healing. So that might be significant for some of you, but for others there might be memories looking back at a relationship, you know, that you might be hoping coming back to you now. Okay, so what I would say with that is that it's looking good with all these emotional cards up here, because definitely what I feel with your reading, number one, is that you are really craving love right now. You are really in a space where I feel like you are in need of love. Okay, you're in need of love. You're in need of finding that balance between when you're social, when you are in stillness. Talk is, you know, be your authentic self, standing up for yourself, standing in your truth, and telling people what it is that you need and what it is that you want. Staying in the mind space of gratitude, so that you can pull more towards you. And magic, of course, there's a lot of cards that's been popping up here. So be open for the magic to come in. And of course, the intuition card popped up where they're encouraging you to go inwards a little bit more here. Okay. So what I also wanted to do as a last resort for today is to throw the Astro dices here. So these dices are, you know, one dice is for the houses, one is for the zodiac signs, and one is for the planets. Now, the one with the signs might tell you if you are looking for someone, either love, relationship, you know, or it could be you, of course, so that might be it. Or it could be just the significance of the sign itself that has something to do with your reading. Okay, so let's see what you get here. So you got Virgo, and you got, I do believe that's Mercury, and you got also the 9th house. Okay, so Virgo is of course an earth sign, and it is a lot about family. It's a lot about your caring for family, your ground pillars, your and your passion and your drive in that sense. And I would say also Mercury is of course about communication. It's about your intellect, and the 9th house is a lot about it's also ruled by Jupiter, so it is about philosophy, journey, education, and exploring, expansion. Okay, is a lot the 9th house here. So with Virgo as well, they are analytical and practical. Okay, it's also about good health here. So I do feel that there is some sort of communication needed. Okay, there is some sort of communication needed regarding your ground, if you will, if or ground pillars, or the practical part. There is something practical, something that grounding, something steady that needs some more communication. There hasn't been straight communication around that, is what I feel. And the expansion. So I have a feeling that there's something that's supposed to expand, something that's supposed to grow, something that's supposed to evolve, but there is some sort of communication that's lacking in that situation. It's just something that comes to me, okay? So that might be significant for some of you. Or there could be, of course, a Virgo sign that is in your vicinity. You might be a Virgo, or there might be some Virgo wanting to come in or wanting to be more part of your life, or maybe also someone who can help with the communication regarding this issue here, okay? So that was just that was just something that popped up here at the end of the reading here, okay? So let's see, do I want to close it off today with a little mini card? Yes, of course I do. I have, I always want to do that. Let's do the Chakra Love. Yes, we love the Chakra Love card. So let's just pull one live Chakra Love card for you guys at the end here to close off this reading of what you need right now. Okay, let's see what you get. Okay. There you go. Trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Third eye chakra, tourmaline. Okay, so tourmaline might be a crystal you want to look into if you can. And the third eye might be a chakra that needs some healing right now. There was something about healing here as well. So as I said, something about seeing something about communication. As I said again with the Mercury here, and some healing might be needed here. So look into what it is that you are failing to see, or what it is that needs to be seen. So something is needed to be seen or heard or understood is what I feel. Now trust your intuition, and that's also what you got here. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Overrate your intuition, which is push your intuition forward. Let it be heard, let it be seen. Is kind of what I feel with that. Yeah, and this communication can also be about that relationship that kind of popped in here as well. Even if you're in a relationship that might need some more communication, or if you are craving a new relationship, to get that in, to kind of pull that in, I think there's some sort of clear communication that's needed. As I said here as well, authentic self, and be true to you. In other words, speak your truth, right? Which was also a card that popped up for you, number one. Okay. So, well, that's all I had for you today, number one. I hope that made sense for you. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And I hope to see you in my next reading. And until I do, have it great. Have a great summer vacation or whatever you're doing right now. And until the next time I see you, bye. Okay, so putting away these cards so we can jump on over to number 2. A lot of cards today. And there you go. Now for number 2. Okay, number 2. So if you chose this little yellow lobster card, then this is the reading for you. Okay, so I'll put the card over here so it'll be part of your reading. And we're going to look at the tarot cards first. Make love, not war. Yay. 2 of Cups. 5 of Swords. The Magician. The Hermit. And the 2 of Swords. Okay, so what is it that you are needing, wanting, craving in your life right now? Okay, so what I see is exactly what this says. Make love, not war. Because you see here, there has been a struggle and somebody has gotten hurt. So what you and I see the peace sign here. Definitely what you need is peace. The Hermit is also here, asking you to go within, asking you to be in silence. So what you are craving right now is some peace, okay? So that's definitely what I'm seeing here. But I also see the Magician card here, which tells me that you yourself have to create that space for you. You are the magician. You are the one who will be your best friend, who will take care of you. And so I feel like this has to come from your initiative. You kind of have to make that space for yourself. to be able to find that peace that you need. Because there's also the Two of Swords here, which indicates that you might be in a situation where you are in a position where you have to make a choice of some sort. And so then definitely you're going to need that stillness to go within. Now, the Two of Cups can also be a card of choice. It can be a card of choice within love or relationship. And of course, the Swords is the mental, so there is a lot of thinking regarding this choice, okay? So that's kind of initially what I feel with the tarot cards. Now let's look at your oracle cards here, okay? You got commit to self-care rituals. Yep. You need that peace and self-care. Manifesting dreams. Okay, looking at your dreams. Looking at what is it that you truly want. Having time to dream, to make sure that you get enough sleep. You know, I feel like manifesting dreams also goes a little bit together with the Hermit here, going within and looking at your inner, okay? Chaos and conflict. Yeah, I have a feeling about that when I saw the Five of Swords here. It's been a struggle back and forth, you know, and someone has ended up hurt here. The loving woman, yeah, in need of love, in need of self-care. You know, love from someone, if you have that certain someone in your vicinity that can give you love and can help you out. But most of all, I feel like it is self-love, okay? Self-nurturing, taking care of you, finding that space. As I said with the Magician, you have to find that space. You have to make that peace for you, for yourself. So the word no is going to be a big one for you guys moving forward here. You have to be firm and set your boundaries here and say no to people, okay? I feel like that's very important. And commit to self-care rituals. So if there's, you know, like taking a bath like she does here, putting some cucumber on your eyes, you know, taking a total day off just for you, doing those kind of rituals, self-care rituals, I think is going to be a good thing. Okay, so you also got some more oracle cards here. The karmic scales, justice, atonement, karmic balancing. Okay, it's about balance. Definitely, you need balancing. Fungi funeral, moderation, sobriety, healthy choices. Yes, again, the healthy choices, taking care of you, loving yourself. Yep. And you also got feed your artist. Yeah, so see if you can do something creative, something that you love to do for you. That might also be a way of self-care. So that's definitely something your body is very clear here now. Welcome to the divine masculine. Okay, so there might be an imbalance in your yin yang. It might be that you need to look into more sun, more masculine energy, Leo energy, sun energy, solar plexus chakra, the yellow, you know, maybe you want to wear yellow. You chose the yellow car here as well. That might be a sign, you know, that you need some more energy and that you need some more masculine, strong energies in to find that balance, okay? So I might want to look into that. There are also two more tarot cards here. Page of Pentacles, someone coming in with an offer, okay. But also the Eight of Cups, moving away from something. Okay, so there might be an offer here that you might want to look two times at. You might want to look twice at it, because there might be that this is not the offer for you, okay? Since these two kind of popped up together. So that might be significant for some of you. Of course, this is something you need to feel into where you are. Or it might be that these are the other way around for some of you, that you have already moved away from something or someone and that there's a new offer coming to you. So you have to read this as it resonates with you people, okay? So I'm not going to tell you to do either or. This is your choice, your life, you know. You are the magician of your own life. Remember that, okay? So, but your body is definitely telling me here that it's in need of peace. It's in need of self-care. There has been chaos and conflict. You need love into you. Manifesting your dreams. Yes, having focus on that dream. You are the magician who can manifest it yourself. go into the creative flow? What is it that makes you happy? What is it that needs to be left behind? How can you gain your balance? Okay, so that's kind of what you have to focus on. That's what your body, your emotional body, your mental, and your soul is craving right now, or is trying to find that balance. Now, 2 last cards is chemistry and fear. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So fear. I'm kind of surprised that that pops up here. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the chemistry being good? Is there someone you are craving and you are almost afraid that it's going to work? Are you afraid of coming out of your shell a little bit here? Are you afraid to put your foot forward and dare to go into something new? Because the chemistry, again, is also about the magician. The magician is the alchemist. And this is also the alchemist. So you yourself are the one who makes happiness for you, right? But for some reason you are afraid of moving forward. So you got to ask yourself why that is, okay? Is it because you've been hurt before? If it's a relationship, or it can also be a job relationship, you know. So I would look into that if I were you. Okay, what is it that's keeping you from moving forward here? What are you afraid of? Why won't you come out of your shell? Okay, so I'm going to use the Astro dices as well here today. Let's see what we get. Okay, so you have the 10th house, you have Aquarius, and this I do believe is Neptune. Yes, it should be. No, it's Pluto. Sorry, it's Pluto. Okay, because Neptune is that one, so that's Pluto. Okay, so Pluto is about transformation. Aquarius is the sign of the rebel, if you will, the sign of someone who is not afraid to think outside the box, who is not necessarily following the rules always. But also, of course, Aquarius, it's an air sign. So it's also someone who is a thinker, who is might be also very creative, since the artist popped up here. So this might also, of course, be you, or you might be an Aquarius, or there might be some Aquarius wanting to come into your life, or there's already a part of your life, or an air sign in general. Now, the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, and it's ambitious, its status, its career, authority, work, structure, and also limitations. So it's kind of, you know, these two are kind of opposites, okay? Because this is the free thinker and this is the stability, and also something that's kind of holding you back a little bit. And in the middle here, you have the transformation, you have Pluto. So there's something that needs maybe to transmute, maybe something that has been very strict and very inside the box way of thinking needs to be released, needs to come out, needs to transform into more free thinking, into more artistry, into more creative way of thinking. And this is where the alchemists come in. You will be the alchemist who changes these energies into something else, right? And also at the end here, I would like to draw some chakra love cards here. Okay, so while I shuffle. Yeah, so there is, you know, so this card as well, there is something that needs to be transmuted, something needs to be left behind. So that's kind of what you are craving here as well, I feel. A part of you is craving change, transformation. And that kind of has to do with finding your peace, of course, which is what we saw here in the tarot cards in the beginning. So it's a lot about self-care. It's a lot about transmuting into what it is that you truly desire. What is it? You know, let your artist, let your creativity, let your creative inner self find the path now moving forward, okay? Solar plexus chakra, what did I say? The yellow, right? Amber might be a crystal that you want to look into. Fearlessness, turn your warrior into a warrior. Exactly. You see that? So this is what I said. You might need some more energy. You might need to it's the fear here. You're warrior, right? Turn it into a warrior, where you take time for yourself to gain that peace, to gain that energy, to fill that yellow light in, the energy in, the self-care, change the whole chemistry, transmute that energy, transmute the fair energy, okay? By maybe using more of that masculine energy. It is about finding your balance here, right? Moderation, sobriety, healthy choices. So when I look at this, I also saw sobriety. So I'm not going to tell anyone how to live their life, but what I know from personal experience is that the summer vacation time, it might be a little bit easy to take that one extra glass of wine or whatever, you know, and maybe forgetting about your body a little bit. so maybe look into that. Just don't overdo things, okay? It's just something I heard that might be significant for some of you, okay? Yeah, I think that was pretty much it, number 2. This was an interesting reading for me, I must say. Today I used a lot of cards and I just felt guided to. So, excuse me. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this made sense for you guys, okay? If you did, please comment below so I can see what's happening with you guys. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, okay? And I wish you a great summer. I wish you the very best. Until the next time I see you, number 2. Bye. Okay, so we will remove these cards real quick so that we can jump into number 3. Lots of cards on the table today. That's fun. We love cards. You know I love cards. Yeah. Okay, so now, ooh, cards are falling down. That's what happens. Wait, sorry guys. There you go. Okay, now we can soon start with you, number 3. Okay. Okay, number 3. So if you chose this pink kind of hippie beetle, then this is the reading for you. So I will leave this beautiful card up here, so it will be part of your reading. Okay, let's look at the tarot cards first, and then we will go into the oracle cards afterwards. You got 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and 3 of Swords. Okay, so what is it that you guys need? Yeah, okay. I'm hearing healing. Yeah, I'm hearing healing. I see this card, I see these 2 cards, and I'm hearing healing. You need some sort of healing, okay? It's been a heavy burden. It's time to let that burden go. It's time to let it down. And, you know, it's this is waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, so I have a feeling that it's been a heavy burden. You have been kind of longing for the ships to come in, and for some reason it still hasn't, even though you got the 9 of Cups here. So for me, that tells me that not everything is wrong in your life here. Something is right, because this is personal happiness. But I also see that this person is alone. So there might be a feeling of loneliness, so there might be a feeling of doing something alone or managing something alone, and you're kind of still missing that one last cup before you get the 10 of Cups, right? So, but something is definitely right. You might be on a path in your life. You might be content where you're working. You might be content with where you're living, you know, stuff like that. Oops, sorry, pushing the table. But there is something that is in need of healing, that there has been some sort of heavy burden that you've been carrying for a long time, and you've been waiting for your ships to come in, and now is kind of the time to set aside the time to do some healing here, to do some inner work is what I feel with this, okay? But let's look at the oracle cards you got here as well. So let's see what you get. Embrace your inner divine goddess. Retreat, yep. No surprise there. Never-ending story, yeah, that's what I'm feeling with these 2 here. And your higher self, yeah. Going within, as I said here, you need to go within. There's something that needs to be healed here. And never-ending story. Yeah, I have a feeling that, as I said, you've been carrying this heavy burden for a while, and you have been waiting for your ships to come in, and it hasn't. It's just stagnation. There's something that happens there. There's some part of your life that you're not happy with here, that is in desperate need of some healing. Okay? So what they're saying is retreat. Your higher self, let your higher self, your spirit, your light being in to help, and embrace your divine goddess, your inner divine goddess. Okay, so that's kind of together with the higher self, I feel, and the feminine passion within you. Now remember, this is not gender specific. We all have feminine and male energies in us. So what they're asking you is to embrace that emotional, that nurturing, that female or feminine rather energy within you. Okay, so that's what they're asking you to go into. Dare to go into the emotional is what I feel here. Okay, you got some more cards here, so let's look at them. You got good vibration, positive vibes, upliftment and resonance. Okay, cool. And then you got don't forget your umbrella, foresight, preparedness, contingency plan. Okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, now I get you. Okay, I'm just I'm getting guidance as I'm talking as well here. So what I feel with this don't forget your umbrella is that with this inner healing, going into your emotional, contacting your higher self and your inner divine, it's going to, the healing process is going to be a lot of tears, okay? That is the healing. Every tear you shed is healing. Okay, so look upon it that way. So that's why this don't forget your umbrella foresight kind of came up, because you just need to feel it through. It's something that's kind of stuck. I wouldn't say stuck as in stuck, but there's something that needs to be acknowledged, that needs to be looked at, that needs to be seen, that needs to be felt in order for it to be felt through and released. Okay, so with the releasing part, there will be tears. Okay, that's just the way it is. Don't look upon that as anything negative. It's actually very soothing, very healing. I also feel like rain and water might help you as well to rinse this out of your system. And then we can go into the positive vibes here, you know, because as soon as you have done this work, I feel like you're going to be in a different kind of vibration, and that's when you're going to pull this good vibrational stuff with towards you. Okay, so I feel like this is what you are in need of right now. You're in need of this releasing. You're in need of this time to actually cry it all out, let it all out, and invite your angels and your higher self to come and support you in that, because it can be hard, it can be rough, it can be very painful, of course, and so you want that unconditional love, you know, you see this huge heart here, to come into your body, your physical, your emotional. Okay, so that you can endure actually going through and crying this through, right? So you also got two more tarot cards here. King of Wands, put that out here. Yeah, and also Five of Wands. Okay, as I said, it's been some sort of struggle here, but this might also be significant for struggle within you, within yourself, and it can of course also be struggle with others, with work relations, with family, with friends, you know, with people in your vicinity. There might also be a male personality here, a fire sign. That might be significant as well. It might be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or this could be you, of course, as well. But also the King of Wands is a representative for a good leader, someone who is in balance. So that might be you when you are in balance, when you have felt all of this through, when you're done with this and this, you know, that's when your ships will come in. That's when will you be in this good balance here. Okay, you have some more cards here. Find your sacred flow. Yeah, definitely what you are being encouraged to do. you the muse. So you are your own muse. And I do feel like this has something to do with your higher self as well. Let your higher self in. That is your muse. That is who's going to guide you. That is who's going to get you into your sacred flow here, okay? 2 last cards. Effort. Yeah, it's going to take some effort. You know, and you see all these hearts kind of flowing downwards. I also feel like those are tears. It's going to take that effort. That's just the way it is, okay? It's not always pleasant, but it's needed. And patience, yeah. Be patient with yourself. Don't rush this. It takes the time it takes, you know. It is the way it is. That's just the way it is. You can't rush it. You can't push it. It will come up. It will come towards you when it's ready to come up. You know, you don't want to push your inner child to release something. It will come up when it's ready to. But I do feel like if you set aside the time to, you will feel that it is actually ready to come up now and to be released, okay? I'm going to throw some Astro dices as well today. So you got the 7th house, you got the moon, and you got the Aries. Now the Aries, as I said here, also with this is a fire sign, and it's also someone who is looking forward, looking ahead, wanting things to go forward. So I do feel like you have that within you as well, you know, this want to release, this want to find your way. And that's, you know, why you're standing here looking at the ships to come in, you know, wanting the ships to come in. And you have been strong enough to carry this burden for a long time. So it's not like you are in lack of that passion or that want to drive forward. I feel like you do have that most definitely. Now the moon can also be something that's hidden, of course, or it can also mean your shadow side, you know, as I've been saying here, that you need some healing here. It might be kind of a dark night of the soul, if you will, that you need to go through here, or the end of it maybe, just a little bit longer. Since you got the never-ending story, I have a feeling that you've been going through something before and that you feel like, OMG, OMG, am I not done with this yet? So what they're saying is that there might be a little bit more that needs to be done here. Now, also the 7th house is ruled by Venus, and it is about, let's see here, I'm sorry, I just lost something here. It's about partnership, it's about intimacy, it's about love. So ruled by Venus, and also a Gemini, actually. So Gemini, you might actually be a Gemini, or there might be some Gemini also in your vicinity here. But with this, I kind of feel like it is about balance. It is about partnership. It is about the love, not necessarily love towards anybody else, but actually love towards yourself, you know, where the love from the higher self and into the human self, you know. I feel like that's what's in need here, is that balance, finding that balance of the higher self and that kind of energy coming in and balancing out what's needed of healing here. And remember that you yourself, as the higher self, as the soul, you are your own muse. You are your own guiding star, if you will. Okay? But they are saying that it's going to take some effort and some patience with this. So, you know, make sure that you have set aside the time to, and that you don't rush it, okay? I'm going to pull some Chakra love card at the end here. Oi! That was a little bit too many, but there was one that popped up that I'm going to take, and then I'm going to pull one more for you guys. The other ones only got one, but since there was one that popped out, you know, for you number 3, you will get, oi, there was 2 that popped out. Okay, so you'll get both of them. Let's see what those are then. Calmness, crown chakra. Rainbow moonstone might be a stone to look into. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. Yeah, exactly. You do not want to be in your ego space right here. You need to get into the emotional. I can't say that enough here. This is your emotional, your inner child that's in need of healing. So don't let your ego run the show here. So you need to still the monkey mind and invite your higher self and your inner divine goddess to come forward to heal the inner child. So that it has actually nothing to do with the ego space here. So make sure that ego doesn't try to take over. Now the last card you got was third eye chakra, labradorite, another chakra for you to look into. Dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Okay, so you might want to look at your dreams. If there's something that pops up there, there might be some truths that you are having trouble to see when you are awake. Some inner child issue that might be a little bit too afraid to come forward in your awake state, that might actually come forward in your dream. So look at that. Have a dream journal by your bed or something and write it down if there's something you see that you feel is significant. Okay, and then invite your higher self in to help heal whatever that was that came up. But I do have a feeling that what you are craving right now, what you are needing right now, is healing, is calmness, is embracing your inner goddess, is that light of your higher self coming in, letting go of that heavy burden, finally seeing those ships coming in, and finally standing in your own power and happiness, inner happiness, you know. So, as I said here, retreat. You have to find the space and time to do this. It's going to take some effort. Be patient with yourself. You know, expect that, you know, there will be tears, but look upon the tears as healing tears. All the tears are healing. It always is, okay? You will get there. And remember, we have all been there. Most of us have already been there, have gone through it, or are still in it. You are not alone. Ask your angels and guides to come close if you need them to help you with this, okay? You have my love, number 3. You have my total understanding with this. I know what it's like. It can be really heavy. Set aside the time. Give yourself lots of love through this. You will get through this. This too shall pass, okay? Lots of love to you, number 3. Until the next time I see you. Bye.